Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Sasha and I look like this today, because I'm going to talk about the TV show Sex Education on Netflix. Okay, glasses off. So in this TV show, first of all, I want to tell that I really enjoyed it, I really loved it. It's made really good British TV show. That's not only about sex, of course, it's mostly about relationship between child and a parent, between friends, between boyfriends, girlfriend in a high school. That's very interesting because high school is the stage of life when all our personality is being formed. And in this TV show, a lot of important emotional questions is raised. And a lot of important social topics like LGBT, not acceptance, like first sex, losing virginity, fear of intimacy, friendship, bullying. It's really interesting, but my attention caught three main points. Point number one, the mother of the main character, she's a sex therapist, but at the same time, she's a sex therapist, she's consulting the couples how to make their marriage better, how to make their sexual life better, and at the same time, she's struggling from huge fear of intimacy. So once she fell in love with a plumber, and she had to break her sink in order to have sex with him. So if you're a sex therapist, you should be aware, consciously aware of what's going on with your desires, what's going on inside you. So you have to be able to have the nice forms of communication about sex and sex relationship. Don't you think so? Here's the question I wanted to discuss. Does the psychotherapist have to be a perfect role model for what he is working on, or does the therapist have to be the expert? So my answer for this is yes. The therapist must be an expert in the area he's talking about. If it's relationship therapist, he should be really knowledgeable about relationship, how to make it better, how to fix the problems, how to fix the conflicts, how to make the life balance it up, your marriage or like your couple life better and more harmonical. But at the same time, the therapist doesn't have to have perfect relationship, him or herself. Why? I'll explain. Because first of all, there is no such a thing as perfect relationship, because we all growing. As long as we're living, we're growing, we're studying, we're learning something. Two people are two different universes, and in order to get closer, we have to conflict sometimes. It doesn't mean like we have to fight every day, no, but we shouldn't be afraid of the conflicts, because it's a way of growth and it's a way of being closer to each other. And the life is built in the way that as soon as we resolve one problem, one spiritual challenge, we get another one right away. That's what is life about. So never look for something perfect, never look for perfect relationship. By the way, I can call my relationship with parents pretty perfect, and we almost never fight, but you know why? Because we live far, far away. My parents live in Ukraine and I live in New York City. I see them maybe once a year, once in 2 years. I wish I could see them more often, and I call them every day, but I feel like the distance is something that can allow the non-conflict relationship. But if you live with someone every day, as you usually do with your partner, the conflicts are inevitable. And by the way, the funny moment that principal male role in this TV show with the guy who's asexual in the beginning, he never had sex, he never felt orgasm, he cannot masturbate, but at the same time he is opening the underground sex therapy consultation in his high school, and he is really good in helping other people to be better in their sexual life, in their intimate relationship, which is only proves the point that I just was talking about. The second moment in this show that I paid attention in is kind of the cult or tendency to emotional closeness and emotional coldness in the Western world. As soon as I moved to America, I've noticed how often, let's say, you can be sitting on the floor and crying, or you're really in trouble, or something bad happened, like once I fainted at work, let's say. And people, your friends, like your American friend, they ask, like just people walking on the street, they ask you, are you okay? And I, crying, I would say, yes, I'm okay. And they're like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. And they're okay, bye. And they just live in. That's actually, from one side, it's the right thing to do, because I'm an adult person, I'm responsible for myself. If I said I'm okay, which means I'm responsible for myself after that moment. I feel like it's a good level of maturity to allow other person to make mistakes, to allow other person to be in trouble, and to resolve this trouble by him or herself. But I think even high level of maturity, if you are able to take responsibility for another person who's in trouble, even if this person says I'm okay, I think you should sometimes, especially if it's your friend, a close person, a loved one, you should ignore this I'm okay. Of course he would say I'm okay, what else, because he doesn't want to bother, he doesn't want to be a burden for you. But I believe if this person really, if you care about this person, you should go for it, you should help, you should make person stand here, like make him stand and walk, make him, I don't know, stop drinking or stop taking drugs or whatever. Sometimes person in that situation that he doesn't really cares about themselves at all. So you're the one who is empowered and able to help. Sometimes someone's life depends on you. One story happened to one of my friends, like your father died because he had a heart attack and his wife wanted to call the ambulance, and he told, no, I'm fine, I'm okay, don't call ambulance. She never called and he died. And the ambulance, so like if you addressed to the doctor in the morning, he would be still alive. So can you imagine? So sometimes you really have to interfere. Sometimes you have to, no matter what other person says. And if you really want to be an empathetic person, if you really want to be mature, grown up, adult, you have to take responsibilities for other people. I mean, it's not like you have to, but if you really want to be there, like on a high level, if you want to have heart and care, please be more open-hearted, be more attentive and more careful to your loved ones, at least to your family and friends. And then maybe after that level, you can open up to the people on the street or strangers that are in trouble, but start with your family and friends. And the third question that's interesting in this TV show, in the sex education, is why we're all falling in love with assholes. Yeah, why we're all falling in love with assholes, because like the most desirable girl in that school is the girl completely emotional, unavailable and cold. And what happened then? The main character fall for her. The most popular guy, the sports guy, good looking, rich, he also fell for her, and he put a lot of effort to get him. Why? Because she was different? Yeah, maybe. But I feel like this is also not mature, because if you're a mature person, you would want to be with someone who's into you. You will not be interested with someone who doesn't pay attention to you, who doesn't need you. I think that this is mature situation. Love, interest. But when it's hate, frozen, cold, love, that's some trauma takes place, that's some trauma stalking, because no one in his sane mind would be interested in this person who is cold to you. Like, why? Because you want to suffer? Because it's the reflection of the role model with your parent. Let's say your parent were cold to you, but you still have to love your parent because it's your parent, you wanted to get the attention, and then you keep playing and living through this role model. I don't think it's not. I think it's not healthy. And usually this situation is shown about the girls. The girl fall in love with assholes, badasses, but actually the guys have the same type of problem, and it's probably all going from their childhood. And in this TV show, Sex Education, you can totally see how it works. But I believe that the mature grown-up person is totally responsible for changing his or her partners. So if you grow up and you still fall in love, keep falling in love with assholes and badasses, that's your choice, and I only recommend to think about it, think about your patterns, or do family constellations from my previous video, or work it through on the therapy or somehow, because that's totally not healthy situation to be in love with someone, to be interested with someone who is not interested in you. I'm sorry if you are there, but that's not okay, that's not healthy. So I wish everyone to love and to be loved, and to watch Sex Education for sure. It's a really great TV show, very smart, very intellectual, funny, emotional. I think why we're watching TV shows, we're watching it for fresh ideas and for emotional pleasure. So Sex Education has posts, so who didn't see it yet, who haven't seen, please watch it on Netflix. It's really nice, it's a really nice actor. Gillian Anderson is there as a mother, the main character. I hope this video was interesting, amusing, or useful, whatever. I really enjoy if you're watching it. Thank you for watching me, and stay tuned. I will shoot more videos about TV shows, more psychological talks, more growth talks, more therapy with me, with Sasha Growth Talks. Stay tuned and have all the best day. Bye.